Welcome back for another installment of DuckTV Sports. I'm Lena Bond.
And I'm Emma Childs. We'll be previewing a jam-packed weekend for Oregon athletics. So Lena, why don't you start us off?
You got it, Emma. It's April, ladies and gentlemen, and you know what that means? Yes, it is finally acceptable to talk about Oregon football again. Oregon students and fans alike will be piling through Autzon's gates once again to come this Saturday to see the first glimpse of the 2016 Ducks team. Our own Andy Tenoso took it to the streets of Eugene to talk to students to see who they think will be the starting quarterback come this fall. Take it away, Andy.
Thanks, guys. With spring ball around the corner, the question on people's minds will be who will be the signal caller for the Ducks this season? Oregon started this tradition of getting FCS quarterbacks last year with Eastern Washington's Vernon Adams. Could they continue this trend with Dakota Prukup, or will they build up redshirt freshman Travis Johnson? Let's see what the students have to say.
It's good to grab a one-year quarterback from the FCS, but it's also good to get young players just because, like the ones out of high school, just because it's nice to know that everyone's going to build up and become better, and we're going to see the progress. Like from an FCS school, we know what we're going to get. They'll be here for a year, and then they'll be gone.
Vernon was a great choice. It was a lot of success with a guy who'd already proven himself somewhere. But at the same time, we use those pulled-in quarterbacks to develop our younger quarterbacks because they don't have to be thrown into the field right away. So I like what we're doing with our transfer quarterbacks.
I would rather build up a quarterback from high school just because if you're doing it the other way, then you're having to find somebody every single year. If you can just build somebody up from high school, you can have a set consistency for the next 3 years.
Would you rather choose Dakota Prukup or Travis Johnson?
I'd say Travis Johnson.
Dakota. He's shown what he can do at a high level somewhere else already.
Travis Johnson, just because I've seen more of him.
Dakota Prukup.
Mark Helfrich claims there's no clear starter as of right now, and we will not know until the regular season starts. With DuckTV Sports, I'm Andy Tenoso. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Andy. The Oregon softball team just won their 5th straight series this season, sweeping the Arizona State Sun Devils in Tempe. They are now 35-6 overall and 13-2 in the Pac-12. The Ducks will be returning home to their brand new stadium to take on the Arizona Wildcats. Oregon won the series against Arizona 2-1 last season and looks to defeat the Wildcats again at this year's Women in Flight game. The Wildcats are ranked 17th in the country while the Ducks are ranked 5th. First pitch is this Friday at 7 p.m.
After UCLA completed a 3-game sweep of Oregon with a 13-1 win on Saturday at Jackie Robinson Stadium in LA, the Ducks now look to play another Pac-12 rival at home, the Washington State Cougars. Wazoo is coming off a series loss themselves against the other LA school, USC, which dropped the Cougars to 5-12 in conference play, good for dead last in the conference. Offensively, the Cougars are led by Czech Stemp, who is the second in the Pac-12 with a batting average of .390, first in hits with 53, and tied for second with stolen bases with 9. The 3-game series is set to start at 6 p.m. on Friday.
Oregon Track and Field is sending a deep team to the 122nd Penn State Relays in Philadelphia this coming weekend. The University of Oregon women will be chasing the 4x100 collegiate record at the meet. Jamaica's 3 excellent squads, UTEC, GC Foster, and West Indies Mona will be Oregon's biggest challenge. Ducks are also sending a deep squad in the 4x200. They ran a 42.68 at Mount SAC earlier this month and will be chasing LSU's NCAA record of 42.49 set in 2008. The women's 5,000 meters includes Ducks Molly Grable and Maggie Schmadek, to go along with Olympic silver medalist Sally Kipyego. Edward Chesrick, the defending national 5,000 and 10,000 meter champion, will run in the 1,500 meters with fellow teammates Blake Haney, Jeremy Elkame, Matthew Maiden, and Sam Prakel, with former teammates Johnny Gregorick and Daniel Wynn.
The spring game isn't the only exciting event happening in the world of Oregon football this coming weekend. Halfway across the U.S., college football's best players, including Oregon's very own DeForest Buckner, will be nervously awaiting to hear their professional fate at the 2016 NFL Draft, which will take place at the Auditorium Theater in Chicago this Thursday through Saturday. Now we bring in our own Mitch Reams to discuss where DeForest Buckner could possibly go in the draft.
So Mitch, what NFL team do you think is the best fit for Defo?
While there won't be a Duck in contention for the first overall pick, like Marcus Mariota last year, there will still be a Duck drafted in the top 10. In fact, Oregon defensive end DeForest Buckner could go as high as number 3 to the San Diego Chargers, who desperately need help with their defensive line. But I think a more likely landing spot is the San Francisco 49ers, who picked 7th. They could pair Buckner with former Oregon defensive tackle Eric Armstead. And with new head coach Chip Kelly, this very heavy ex-Oregon presence at San Francisco, which I'm sure makes many Bay Area students around campus very happy.
But we know that DeForest Buckner isn't the only Duck that could potentially be drafted in this draft. We have Vernon Adams, who's obviously the quarterback for this squad last season. Where do you see him potentially being drafted? 6th round, 7th round, undrafted?
It's a good question. I could see a team taking a late flyer on Vernon Adams, something like a 6th or 7th round draft pick, just because he's very undersized for the quarterback position in the NFL, and with only 1 year of play at the FBS level, scouts don't have a ton of tape on him. But Adams has exceeded expectations his entire career, and a smart franchise will spend a late round pick on him and let his competitiveness shine through in training camp.
Well, thanks for the insight, Mitch. It'll be great to see a pro Duck in the league no matter what. And now we take it to Jesse Price for our triple threat. Take it away, Jesse.
Thanks, guys. I'll jump right into it. With the spring game coming up on Saturday, I'll start us off with senior transfer Dakota Prukup. Looking to be the next playmaking quarterback for the Oregon football team, Prukup has been in Eugene since January practicing with his teammates. Before he came to Eugene, he finished his Montana State career by earning first-team All-American honors. The senior chose to play in green and yellow over schools such as Alabama and Michigan, and is expected to be a great leader for the Ducks. And that brings me to Prukup's competition and 4-star recruit Travis Johnson, who redshirted his freshman year. Though young and without college experience, Johnson is still considered quite the athlete, with more than 2,000 rushing yards and 3,000 passing yards during his high school career. Both Prukup and Johnson have a wow factor to their game, making for an exciting spring game to watch.